Okay, I have one of the scrap pieces bolted on. A 1/2 inch end mill is still in there. It's an undersized 1/2 inch. I'm going to go through there with that first, hopefully. Okay. Now I don't know how much undersized that end mill was. Let's get the part over here. That's got to go in there. And like I say, I don't have a short 1/2 inch reamer that I know of. Or do I? Where's my mic? This one hasn't been used in ages. Nope. 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 No deal. Or I could try to find a full-size 1/2 inch end mill. That'll cut a little over. Okay, so here's a full-size 1/2 inch end mill. Go through with that end mill first, and then go through with this one. Down, this one in here. Oh yeah, fits in there. Actually fits in there nice. But I want to countersink it now. Because when I flare this out, I want it to be able to go into a little bit of a countersink. And I'm not sure how much I want, if it's just going to be with the Burr-Quick. I think I might want a little more than just that, though. Oh, let me see what I got here. I'm trying to avoid putting a drill chuck in. This one here is a monster, though. Well, this one here is a little smaller. Let me put that down into low. This is just kind of a practice one anyway. Here, this is a scrapper. Well, actually, it's not a scrapper. I could, sand that little tip off of there and deburr it, and it'd be good. Okay, now just lightly run the Burr-Quick around the other side. fitting there. Perfect. Might want to go a little deeper with the countersink, but I think that's be fine. And matter of fact, well, I could go and turn that shoulder back just a little bit more, and then I can swage that out. But that's not really necessary because there's going to be a screw going in here, and that can load right against it. So I think I'm going to leave it like that, the way it is, and just rely on that screw and washer to hold it in place and not slip. All right, so I'm going to cut away here, and I got to go and eat supper, and I'll get those done. And when we come back, trying to think of what I'm going to do next. So those will be done. That'll be done. Oh, I gotta put the mounting screws in the nut over here. And let's take the camera off here, and we'll show you what I'm talking about. Gotta put the mounting screws in that yet, in both of them. That slides over that nice, if I do say so myself. And I think I am going to put 4 screws in the corners. So that's probably what I'll be working on next when we come back. When I come back, I'll be working on that. I'll finish those up on the mill. And where's Pookie at? Pookie! Oh, he's underfoot. I didn't see you. Where were you? Oh, I bet you were on my chair, weren't you? You little shyster. He's not supposed to be on that chair. But boy, his back is really, it's getting a hunchback and poking out, and his jaw is what's. But you've been eating pretty good though. Yeah? What do you got to say for yourself? No yelling and screaming? He hasn't given me hell for quite some time for not feeding him. He used to give me hell every day. Wow, wow, wow. What do you got to say? Were you over here on my chair? Were you on my chair? Yep. You know you're not supposed to be on that chair. He says, like heck, it's in the garage. It's fair game. Oh, you were a wild one. Yep. When you were younger, you were a wild one. So when I was standing here running the mill, he was busy pawing at me, wanting me to turn around and pet him some more. Oh, I better go. I gotta go eat supper. Catch you later. Okay, I'm gonna get out here and work on the little lathe some more. Last couple of days I've had such a not backache, but a neck ache and down into my shoulder, so I didn't do much. No, the only thing I did was I did go out, and I was debating on whether to put another computer on my NC mill, because the hard drive in the computer that I'm using, you can hear it rattling. It's on its last leg. So I went and I found one on for sale thing on Facebook, a local one, and they wanted $40 for it. You know, cause nothing special. No monitor, and
just a keyboard and a mouse with it, and it was supposed to have Windows 7 on it. Okay, well, that's a good deal, so I went and bought it. Got home. Windows 7 isn't activated, or it's not any good. So anyway, I went and had to order. I ordered a disk for it to put Windows 7 on it. In and then I can install my software that I want on it. But I'm debating on whether to upgrade my machine control anyway, so I may be upgrading that machine control this fall, if everything goes okay. But anyway, I'm going to make the counterweights for the handle. Basically, it's just going to be a spherical end. I'm just going to cut a spherical end on a shaft here, and then part it off. So let's try to get the camera over here somewhere where you can see what I'm doing. This isn't a very good spot. Let me cut away here, and then so I can plug in over there. I don't have a battery in there. I have it plugged in, so I have to shut it off to move the camera. I'll be back. Okay, the camera shut off, and I do not know where, but I have it. I have the two pieces made and the pin put in it, and I'm just peening over the edges or the tops of them now. And that'll fill into where that little countersink was. Okay, now I got quite a bit to file off on this side to get it down, so I'll just have to hand work that, filing it, and then I'll get buffer and buff it. But that's the counterweight. Now we'll work on the handle. I don't want I don't want a file that's got a real good cut on it. I was debating on actually powder coating the handle, but I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. I might. Oops, put a scratch the spherical radius. I didn't really want to do that, but I did. Now this one's got quite a bit of filing to do. Can make the next one 20 thou, the pin 20 thou shorter.
You know, I could have made these on the NC machine. I could have taken and cutting it all down and left a block there and went around it with that corner round. That would have been a nice little exercise for the NC machine. It would have been one piece then instead of 3 pieces. I'm gonna go and take it over to the buffer and buff it a little bit. I'll be back. Okay, I took it over to the buffer and buffed it a little bit. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. Oh. Still see the rivets, but that's okay. So now do the other one and then do the handle. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do the other one off camera. Okay, I started making the handle now. And what I want to do is I want to turn a 125 spud on the end of this that will go through and then I can peen over. So I'm gonna turn it about 135 pound long. That'll give me room to peen it over. It should be 150. $150 right on the money. Right. We're down to 125. And actually, we could make that a press fit and press it in. She should fit in there. Let's see. Take one of them here. It's be a little longer. A little longer than that. Ain't got no room to peen it. Want to be able to peen it over. There we go. Got some sticking out now. Now, we want to turn kind of an angle. A funky angle on it. Let me see, where's the book? I couldn't find my book I was working to, so this was the original that I copied. I copied off the original just for a shop book, so this one here is actually, so it's narrow and then it goes up to 250. There's no dimensions on it, just whatever looks good. So we're going to turn about 25 thou off of that. Now we want to turn the compound. We're going to turn the compound at a goofy angle to do this. So we want to swing it over that way so we can, like that. All right. That looks good to me. Turn it around. I don't have a taper attachment. It'd be nice to have one, but I don't do long tapers very often anyway. So just an angle that kind of looks like what I want. Doesn't have to be a big angle. Alright. And then we got to turn this back out square. Looking for my Allen wrench. Oh, right here in front of me. And we're going to get a tool bit that we can turn that with. A profiling tool bit. So what do we want to use? Actually, this wouldn't give a very good finish. Actually, a left-handed tool bit. It's been sharpened square. Or just a full radius. I'll use a full radius tool bit. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. This one here's got a moving tool in it. Let's just take that out. And put this here tool bit in. It's got a full radius on the end. And we got to set the height. So we'll come in here. When you're setting the height with a scale, the smaller diameter that you have, the more accurate you will be at setting it on the very center of the. Got to go down just a tish. A little more. Sometimes you lift it up and drop it too. It kind of hangs up or whatever. There we go. That's good right there. Now, we want it 3/4 of an inch long. So I am going to make a mark at 3/4 of an inch. Right about there. I'm just going to go in and make a mark. It's a reference mark for me. make that right? And I did. It made it right. Angle set wrong. It's got to be on this side. Wrong. Go stand in the corner. I'm just looking down at it, and I don't know what angle it should actually be at. I'm just kind of eyeballing something that I think will work. Now we're going to straighten that back out. I'm just eyeballing that straight too. We'll have to set that when I come to the part off blade. Alright. Try it again. You want to leave a little shoulder down on the end there. I'm going to have to move that way so I have a little more travel. Alright. That's as far as I want to go with that. Are you seeing what I'm seeing or not? So what I did was I turned the spud, then I turned and cut an angle, leaving a shoulder here on the end. And now I'm going to go in with a part off blade, and then I'm going to take a file and do a little radius. I might have a small radius tool I could put in there, but oh well. Now, we got to set this straight. We got to set it straight to the world here. Wow. You're not going to believe it, but just eyeballing it. I come up to here and it's right on, so. Well, let's go for it. Right there. Now, take a file and try to file radius on that. A little bit of a radius on it. Okay, let's get a little more of a radius. Almost need to get a pattern file to get in there. I think I will. Smaller pattern file to get in there. I'm going to get a coarser pattern. One that's got a little more bite to it. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is take some emery paper and smooth that out real good. This is the kind of machine work I actually really like. You just, by the seat of your pants, whatever looks good. I think that's it. I'm going to part it off right there. Getting pretty warm. A little warm to hold on to. All right, looks like kind of like that. Okay, you're not focusing on that. There we go. No, I want to focus on my thumb, and there we go. So now I'm going to go and grind a little tit off and buff that radius a little bit, and then I'll press it in and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, on my handle though. I have one out. I'm going to lay my handles. There we go. I haven't peened it over yet, but I will. And lost my block too. So I'm done with it. I will go over on the workbench here and do it. Okay, so I actually made it a slip fit, so now you can hold on to it and it won't come out. It's peened over, so It's what I want. It's what I got. So all together it'll look like that. And I'll Loctite that. Well, I'll Loctite that plus the thread and the washer that goes on that will seat on the main body of that. I'm still thinking about putting graduation marks in the collar there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one more like this, and then probably set up and do the graduation marks in this. So I'll have to figure out how many degrees and then put my marks in. I'll probably put them in on that side. So I don't know if I don't know if I can. I don't got any stamps small enough, but I could engrave them over there on NC, you know, like at least it's 0 every 10. Not sure how I want to mark those. Or if I just leave them blank and I'll know, I'll have to pencil mark it or whatever. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and make the other one like this, and then when I come back it'll be doing some etching on the collar. That'll probably be tomorrow. So this will be it for today. So, catch you later. Thanks for watching.